blocking me on your account, I'm not even talking to her. Let me just clear the air, okay? First of all, Genisida, I don't know why she even talks to me.
Clown is charging.
I'm talking, so let me just explain everything, and then I'm gonna drop, and then y'all can block me. I don't give a shit. But Genisida came to me, was always up on our panel. I would always let her up.
We're not going to do that either. We're not going to do that either.
Talking to
We're
you.
not going to do that either. She's not here. So don't speak on her.
Myself.
She's not here.
Moni.
Don't speak on her.
I don't care that she's not here.
I do.
She's right here. She's right here. You want to bring her up? Because she brought you up to have a conversation. And
Moni.
This is going left.
She brought you up to have a conversation.
Then, Nativemamaz, I'm not fucking talking to you.
Don't tell me shit, bitch. Don't tell me nothing.
Okay.
Like, don't come up here disrespectful.
Is this your live, Nativemamaz?
I don't give a shit. You literally came up here. It was a good live.
Am I talking
and
to you?
And you literally went left. You guys are so weird. What is your problem? I didn't go on about nothing. We had a good live.
Okay, Moni,
we had a good live yesterday.
I'll hold my own live, okay? I'll hold my own live.
Oh my God, woman.
I dropped
That's why you shouldn't let her up.
No, I dropped her. She can do that. I'm not trying to art. Like, the whole thing is like, it's like, okay, Mama's has my mod, but she watches my door because outside of just this conversation today, she makes sure that she protects this panel. So I keep a safe space for her because me and Mamas have an understanding.
That's why I was kicking her because she's getting worse and worse and worse. That's why I kicked her, because I was like, this is going to get bad. And I don't want to be doing that.
You know, like, no, I'm not going to have people tell me like who can, you know, hold my panel or not, because at the end of the day, me and her have an understanding, even outside of the conversation about Chicano, the conversations about Lakota, whatever it is, we have an understanding outside of that. So we have each other's back when it comes to these doors and these panels.
And it blows my mind how Nativemamaz is sitting there talking all nice. She ain't saying all that fucking flex shit about Chicanos that she was saying to me. So I'm in the comments and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't what you were saying yesterday about Chicanos. Like, what's really going on? Like something's missing here. So then Genisida gets up and they're still running their mouths talking shit, not directly to me, but about Chicanos, right? So Genisida gets up, and of course I go up at the same time because they're steady. Nativemamaz is steady lying. So I come up on the panel after Nativemamaz blocked me. Because the gentleman that came in was like standing on Chicano business, right? And so I was making comments in the comments defending our people. And finally, and Nativemamaz blocks me. Then she blocks my other account. So I go in on my other one and Moni brings me up. She's like, I didn't block you, She's like, I did. And then Genisida gives me permission to speak. Of all people, Genisida. Now let's give a backdrop about Genisida, okay? Tell me why this chick comes into mine and Chicano's live a while back. So we give her a space, a safe space. We tell her, this is a safe space. You could come here. She tells me in private mess after her, the M's are coming after her and mistreating her. And I see a picture that they have of her up, a not so flattering picture. And at this time, I'm good with them. So I tell them, hey, you guys leave her alone. Like, she's a señora. Like, you guys shouldn't do that. And I defended this woman, straight up defended her, stuck up for her. And she was like, thank you, Chicana. Chicano was nice to her. I was nice to her. She told me she made me some earrings because I guess she makes jewelry. And she was talking about and she was talking about blah, blah, whatever I can do to help you, I'm here for you, like a sister, right? So she tells me, oh, Chicana, I made you some earrings, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's sweet. Next thing I know, you cannot make this shit up. I'm in the comments of a panel and they're talking shit on Chicanos. And so I'm in the comments just saying shit. It's a debate. So I'm going to stand on Chicano business. So I'm over here typing and talking. And tell me why Genisira starts coming at me in the comments. Starts telling me enough of your lies, Chicana. You're erasing people with your Chicano, with whatever you're saying, Aslan. And I'm like, who the fuck pulled your string? I'm sorry. Did you forget who I was? I was the one that you came to for help. I was the one that you came to for a safe space. You made me earrings. Like, what are you talking about? Now all of a sudden I'm doing erasure. That shit blew my fucking mind. So then I told myself, okay, this chick is not dealing with the full deck. I'm not going to get into it with her. I'm just going to walk away from her. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to engage. This is cuckoo. You are cuckoo. How do you slap the hand that feeds you? Like, I had your back. And now you're going to come at me publicly to impress whoever's up on the panel that don't like me. And I think it was like one of Fidel's people that were coming at me in the comments. And so she took their side. So I was like, all right, it's cool. Like, it didn't hurt my feelings. I just simply blocked her. That's it. All I did was block her. That wasn't enough. Every time I would see her in a panel, she would always address me to the point where I had to tell her, stop talking to me. Don't talk to me no more. Like, why are you keep coming at me? Eventually it stopped. She quit addressing me. She stopped talking to me, which is cool. Why now today does this chicken head feel the need to address me again, talking about, okay, I'm going to let you talk after I'm up. Moni brings me up. She talks first because she's already up there. And she's like, okay, Chicana, I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you say I go, let me. This is Moni's life. See, there you go. You're starting already. And then Native Mama starts talking down to me. See, we're not going to be disrespecting an elder. I'm like, who the fuck you talking about, elder? What? Why are you telling me about an elder? Stop. Why are you talking to me, Genisira? I'm not even talking to you. This is Moni's live. I'm not speaking to you. Then she goes in. Well, you know what? It's because you and your whatever she said, how I add the X to Chicano to erase. The X in Chicano is to erase, and she's not going to tolerate that because she's Chicana. And she's not recognized by the Genisira, but she's Genisira. And she's an elder that I should respect. The fuck out of here. What the fuck are you talking about? So then I tell her, stop talking to me. I don't want to talk to you. Like, why? Stop speaking to me. Stop addressing me. So then Native Mama starts popping off her mouth and calls me a bitch. And I'm like, oh, so I'm not going to, I can't speak. Okay, bet. Moni drops me. Then they start running their mouths. And you know who's in there? What's her name? The Soshi Nitil or whatever her name is. I know she's a brown braid or whatever. Doesn't say a word. The only one that speaks and defends me is the dude, the Cholo dude. His name is Cholo Native or something like that. He's the only one that sticks up for me. I didn't get to say a word, not a word. So then I drop, and then here goes Moni. Moni now thinks I'm gone, and she starts saying after. Well, now let's talk about Moni, okay? Moni. You and her get into it. She feels some kind of way. Me and her have an hour and a half long talk because she's up in a live getting drugged. They're making fun of her. They're picking on her, telling her to sing a song to prove her identity. And if she don't know her song, and she sings it, and they're all roasting her. They're all talking shit. And I'm in the comments, drop, sister. Why are you up there? Don't let them do that to you. Why are you singing? Stop singing. Like, you don't owe them nothing. I'm in here cheering for her, like, having her back in the comments, taking hits, sticking up for her, okay? She drops, whatever, 2 days pass by, she calls me. She's crying. She's full on crying, and we're talking. Chicana, I was really hurt because of this, because of that, whatever. I thought that you was against me because natives said this about me, or about the whole ICE number. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was upset about the ICE number. I wasn't upset at you. I mean, if you were laughing, that's fucked up, but I was more mad about the ICE number. Long story short, she cries it out with me. She's like, I love you, sister. We're Chicanas. Da, da, da. I said, I got your back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. And I have a whole conversation with her about not stabbing each other in the back. That was the whole conversation. Like who you like, rock with who you rock, but just don't never stab me in the back. Like, Don't ever do that because I'm always going to have your back. What does this chick do today? What does she do today? She tells everyone in the panel after they drop me, Native mamas and I have an understanding, and we have each other.
Basic, created out of context, all this other stuff. And really, it's about the power of the group. It's not about the ethics. So there's nothing ethical about these women. They operate in toxic patriarchy.
It's crazy to me. Crazy to me.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
It's not crazy to me. I've been around a lot of these type of women, especially
but Native, I disassociate myself. I do my best to just stay clear of any toxic drama. I don't want to add to it. I don't want to take away from it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not on TikTok as like to do this like telenovela bullshit. I'm on here to like create unity for my people, safe space for women, like uplift us. I did that for each and every one of these fucking chicken heads. I was there for each and every one of them. And now they quickly turn their back on me so that they can be like Regina George and Gretchen Wiener and be popular. I gives two fuck about your popular circle. But Native Mama said it yesterday. She's like, and then you block us? Yes, bitch, I block you because you're messy.
They block me.
Because you're messy. But if I blocked you, how the fuck do you know what went on in my life? You know why? Because you went on your little troll account, you came into my live and sat back and was listening. Why are you what that
means? That means that this whole time they've been waiting and waiting and waiting for you to, for even not even a slip up, for something that they could weaponize against you. This whole time, that's what that means.
But what makes me mad is not one Chicana in her little social circle will stand on Chicana business. None of them has spoke up. Just the guy.
Get into their panel, they're gonna just be prepared. They're gonna jump you because they weak.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm not tripping. I'm over it. I said what I had to say. I got all the steam is out of my pot.
Who's Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh, I don't know. I let the pick-me's and the fence-sitters come in so they can report back to them. They're all liars. They're all bold-faced ass fucking liars. And the reason they won't let Chicana speak up or defend herself is because they know they're going to get drugged. They're going to look stupid as fuck. And they're going to have the stuttering Stanleys. That's what they're going to be. If they let me talk, they're going to look real dumb, real fast. That's why they talk over me. That's why they don't let me speak. That's why they drop me and mute me and block me. Because they steady running their mouths. But then when I come in, it's, oh, don't let Chicana talk. Yeah, you don't want to let me talk because you know I'm going to make you look stupid.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi is just a self-hating black American. They don't want to be black, so it's just a regular wobble or whatever.
Oh, okay. What's up, Native?
What's up?
What's up?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you talking? No, I'm playing.
I think that, you know, it is what it is. They're gonna show their ass. That's what they are.
You know, I feel left out because I don't really talk shit about girls, but
these ain't women. These ain't girls. These ain't barely women.
Yeah, but still, I don't want to participate in that.
Yeah, I don't want you to, babe. I was sticking up for myself. Like, I always let them just drag my name and I don't ever say nothing. Everyone tells me, hey, Chicana, stick up for yourself. Say something. Don't let them just do that to you. And yeah, I don't care. I don't care because whoever listens to them, if you take that without knowing me, I don't want to be a part of you either. You're one of them. You're a problem. Like, if you don't know me and can't judge me on your own, or if you're up there and you know me and you don't defend me, fuck you too. How you gonna know me, know Chicano, know what we're about, know what we push, know we're good people, know the only ones we go after are white tea supremacy, Zayos, and Wobbles. Those are the only three that we ever chunk them with. We don't ever go after good white tea. We don't ever go after African Americans. We don't ever go after tribal indigenous. We don't, or Mexicans or Chicanos. We don't go after nobody unless they are set to do harm to us. That's the only ones that we chunk them with. That's it. So if you know that about us and you sit on a panel with our people and allow them to drag our names and say things that are not true about us, then I don't want you around me. Because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't that'd be like letting them up on my panel and you're not their native and them talking shit about you that's not true about your character and me just staying quiet.
Be brave.
That shit would never fly. It would never fly. I would not allow it. I'd be like, nah, that's what we're not going to do. You're not going to talk shit on my girl. Because number one, she's not here to defend herself. Number two, what you're saying is whack as fuck and it's a lie. That is not the person that you're talking about. So there's no way I would do that. I would defend all of my people. I have. I won't let anybody talk shit about somebody that's not true, especially when they're not there to defend themselves. And that's what needs to happen in order to stop this behavior. It needs to be called out. Period. And I saw people that come in on our panel sitting on their panel yesterday as they were talking shit about me. And I was like, damn, you're not going to say nothing. You rock hard with us and you're not going to say, hey, you're going too far. Like what you're saying about Chicana and Chicano is not cool. They're not here to defend themselves and that's not cool. That's all you have to say. But you can't even say that. You can't even say, hey. Like that's not cool. What you're doing is not cool.
That's the part that gets me, baby. Like I don't know how to address some of that that did
fence sitting.
Yeah, that didn't really speak up when but I don't know if that's their responsibility. Like
if they're just like fair weather friends, nah, it's cool. I don't hold you to it. But if you like legit ass rock with us on a daily and like come in and like vibe with us and know us and break bread with us and shed tears with us and like legit ass are our friend, call us your sister and brother, and then go sit on a panel and watch them drag your so-called brother or sister's name, then I'm not your sister. I'm not your sister. If you letting them talk bad on me when I'm not there to defend myself and you can't at a bare minimum say or drop or say, you know what? You're talking about my brother and sister right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go because I don't condone this and leave.
Yeah, you got a new guest, Chicana.
Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, what's up, Mina?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
It's funny because you know me, I'm hardly ever around. I'm so busy. I have 5 kids, I told you. So I just got on TikTok. I'm like, fasting is Ramadan. And I just thought, oh, wow, someone popped up on my feed, right? The live. And I had no idea they were talking about you. Like, and so I had to scroll through all the comments trying to find out where did things go wrong. Who are they talking about? What
community? You're being disingenuous and you're acting kind of feminine.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
Yes, you are. Because feminine energy does that. When they're toxic, they twist things, they manipulate, they gaslight, they move the goalposts. You're being feminine. And I don't respect that. And I'm not going to allow you to disrespect my
I'm
name.
I'm out of here. But
bye.
Yeah, you're
then
causing
go.
this
If you're not going to fight with
people.
me, then that's it. Right now, we're arguing through this relationship, right? We're building this relationship up. And you're saying stuff that's untrue. And you're not allowed to do that.
You and Mateo went and hosted a
and
live.
We're talking about real things that happened to us.
No, you tried to cause, how do you say that? Disunity. You tried to cause,
what's the word I'm looking for? So what do you want when this happens? You want us not to say nothing, to bend over and take it?
I want you to take it to the people that you're going to. I don't want you to say, Lakotas do this and that. I don't want you to say, sit up here and say, Lakota do this, Lakota does that. But
she's not talking
I've never talked about that.
She's talking about specific people that happen to be Lakota. You're the one.
No, I'm talking about the panel yesterday that they hosted her in, Mateo. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, well, let's talk about those experiences. Why are you running away from those experiences?
I'm not running away.
Hey, when we've engaged with people who have treaties, or treaty Indians, the Anglo-Saxon natives, they oftentimes do this. Not as a whole, but it happens. It happens enough to be a pattern. Anything that's a pattern is a problem. And your problem is that you don't want to see it that way. You want to be the victim. And that's weird to me because nobody's victims here. We're saying, hey, look, this is the social pattern. Why is this happening? Why don't we tackle it? Let's fix it.
Yeah, let's make it better because it's us against them at the end of the day. There's division clearly. Okay, how is that division happening? What's happening?
That's what I was saying.
Let's identify it. Okay, so if we happen to identify it and it's in the Chicano community, let's fix it. If it's in the Lakota community, let's fix it. If it's in the Dene, I mean, that's the point. We can't clutch our pearls when we're part of the problem. Like, that's crazy.
Like,
we gotta call it out.
Can we open the door a little bit to where we can and be comfortable talking about each other and not get our panties in a wad?
Yeah, the offense of the offender is hilarious to me. How do people that offend get offended on the same principles that they are doing the offending? That's weird to me.
I got a question for you, Indigenous Chicana. What's the word that you use? It's where you spread division. It's division, right?
What do you mean?
Like the word that you used, like division. Is it division? Or like when someone goes and hosts a panel and they're trying to say this about a certain nation. But that's what exactly happened yesterday. Mateo,
she's calling out a pattern, and she just said that. I do it with my own people. Do you understand that? Like, I go up on a panel.
Yes, I do.
Like, let's not be blind, babe. Let's not be blind at what Mateo does too. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yes, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about Mateo because I'm the type of person that if I say it, I mean it. If Mateo is going to be talked about, he should be able to come up and say something, but in a good vibration. One, you've been respectful. You've been respectful to Native. You're speaking your mind, and I respect that. If Mateo can come up, not get all crazy and just talk, we can talk it out, and I promote that because Mateo is my brother.
I keep getting dropped.
There you go.
That's just Chicano. Just let him talk.
Mateo,
stop
dropping me.
Okay, we're not gonna drop you. No one's gonna drop you.
Babe, that I do. I stand up for you, and I do love you as a brother. Just wait up, bro.
Okay, but you gotta listen, Mateo, please.
And I do. And you've came to my life and you've told me stuff about me and you, how. So just look, man. I know that you are defending yourself and fighting for us. I know you are. That's why I still talk to you. But there are some times that even I feel that maybe you should just let it go. And
this, bro. So I'll let go what I want to let go.
Let it go then. If we can't talk about nothing, then right, then we're never gonna heal.
You don't need to tell me to let anything go, bro. It doesn't affect
you nothing. You're right. You're right, brother. You're right. You're correct.
See, Mateo, I can't defend you because he's just giving you brotherly conversation and you're getting offended. We got to get past that. He's just talking to you and saying, hey, some things he's giving you advice. You can be like, I appreciate the advice and choose not to take it. But when we're pushing back on each other, then that's when feelings get lifted. Like, I just don't think that's productive. I really don't. Like, honestly, Mateo.
That we're untrue. That's all. I'm not trying to fight with anybody. I'm not trying to fight with anybody. I'm just trying to correct what was said.
So, Mateo, we're gonna have a private conversation, me, you, Chicano, and Native, and I'm not gonna put it on here. But I consider you my brother, but I have my own conversation I have to have with you, and you know why. So I just want us to be cool. I just want this whole live to be okay. I don't want anybody to feel some kind of way.
I'm trying to focus on what Juan is saying right here, because I understand what he's saying.
If it's possible, can we just
can we let Mateo talk? He was brought up. He was mentioned on the panel.
Yeah, because then we have to get to legal. Then we have to get back to zero and J.
I apologize. Go ahead.
I wasn't singling out the Lakota. I mentioned that it's a problem that's true amongst the northern natives of all different groups. There was a Navajo who came on my live and came on my box just like a week ago and straight up called me a fucking a WB and a bean word, like told me to go back to Mexico straight up, like just like that, like full on fucking slurs and everything, right? And I've seen fucking Lakotas say fucked up shit about Mexico. I've seen fucking what they call the Senecas, Cheyennes, fucking all kinds of different people. I wasn't singling out a single nation of people. I wasn't singling out the Lakotas. So for you to say that I was, when I explicitly and deliberately made sure that I fucking emphasized that point, and then you just like ignored it and tried to make it seem like it's something it wasn't. I wasn't at all doing that, bro. I was talking about there's a difference between northern and southern, the way that we treat each other. And like if a relative comes to you and says, "Hey, relative, something bad happened to me," you know, you shouldn't be like, "Hey, well, that's not my problem, man. I don't want to hear about it. You're being divisive." You should be like, "What happened? Let me help you fix it." That's why we're talking about it, so that the people who want to help us can help us.
I agree with Mateo completely, what he just said. That makes valid sense. He should be able to say, "Hey, this isn't cool." Like, we're all defending our own spaces, but if our own spaces are creating division, then that deserves to be a conversation. Legal, go ahead.
Chicana,
Legal.
or Chicano Strange, thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Legal.
Papariutsi. I definitely think that some cooling down needs to be on all sides, and I do hope that you get to speak to Mamas one-on-one and Moni one-on-one and Genisara one-on-one, and can clear out, the misunderstandings. Remember, traditionally, our people, are very humble people.
Is passive aggressively telling me that it didn't happen because you didn't hear it. I'm your sister, and I'm not.
That's not what I said either. That's not what I said either. If I could just finish, what I'm telling you is that it is possible that we are having a misunderstanding. A lot of times, people have put incorrect words in the wrong manner, in which is taken into a different context. And I would love to hear what everybody has said. But in the meantime, if we could just, recollect our thoughts and clear our minds, is all I'm asking. Because it is wrong to speak on other people's people. I've been saying that for years, because it creates misunderstandings, it creates animosity, it creates wars, it creates a lot of drama back and forth. A lot of these lives, and I haven't been here very often because I do work a lot of hours, but a lot of these lives, you're going in and one set of people is fighting with another set of people, when we are all indigenous, and in real life, we do not behave like this. We don't, and I'm taking everything in as as we go along.
I got a question for you. Is it okay for one tribe to tell another tribe, "Give us time and we'll accept you," as indigenous? Another tribe tells another tribe.
That is something that I couldn't possibly answer. Because
how do you
as people we are learning.
I'll give Taino people don't recognize Chicanos. Let's just say that. Okay. And Taino people are being somehow to your people. And then Taino people say, "Well, yeah, they're learning that you're their brothers and sisters, so you just got to give them time." Meanwhile, the microaggressions are still occurring. How long is this time?
And
is it okay
yes,
for Taino
it has
people
happened
to
to
do
me.
that to Chicanos? Is it okay?
Over the past 4 years, it has happened to me, where a group of indigenous people.
Is it okay? Let's not move the goalposts. Is it okay in this hypothetical situation for Taino people to do that to Chicanos?
Well, that question can't be answered, because you would need to subject one set of rules like white tea people do on us. So it has happened where indigenous people have told us that Mexicans are not indigenous. And so what I've resorted to is educating and showing.
But I'm not asking if it's happened or not. I'm asking, is it okay for Taino people to tell Chicanos, "Well, we don't really see you guys indigenous just yet. Give us time"?
They have a right to their opinion.
No, we don't.
Like I've been treated.
No, we don't.
I didn't
know why? But legal, this is what I'm saying. You got to decolonize a little bit. Because another tribal nation, just like as a Taino person, I have no right to undermine Lakota sovereignty and tell Lakotas that they're not indigenous. That's not my business. This is what's called sovereignty, tribal sovereignty, respecting people's kinship systems and respecting people's citizenship. Another nation cannot tell another nation that they're not indigenous.
So let me answer the question.
Chicano, no.
So let me answer the question. And it's funny that you said decolonize, because this is the way our people in the mountains handle it. We do not handle it in a matter where we don't respect others' opinion, even if it means that they hate us. We don't handle it like you're saying. We handle it in a way where we educate. And this is why we have had, still today, after thousands of years, relationships with tribes that have, because we do not.
The basic thing of tribal nation formation is that these are extended families. They're kinship systems. So for me to go into another person's kinship system and saying, oh, well, you got to wait till this other kinship system that's not related to y'all decides that your kinship is valid. They're basically saying that Chicanos, their families, their extended families, their culture are non-indigenous because they say so. And until they give them the go-ahead, it's a problem. That's weird.
It's happening right now.
I'm going to tell you this much. Native mamas, who happens to be Lakota people stand on business. They would never allow another tribal nation outside of themselves to dictate whether they're Lakota or not. They would say, what is that? Are you Lakota? Are you one of us? Why are Chicano people not given the same courtesy and respect? And why are we here even talking about this?
Exactly.
It's a lot. It's honestly giving me. I hate. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna try to keep it PG, but it's really giving like what I've been saying, the social pattern. That if you have documents that you are more indigenous than the next person, and then not only that you are documents by Uncle Sam, but that you're allowed to play Indian police in other people's kinship systems. That's not cool.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying I handle things the way I was raised. I handle things the way my people taught me to do it. And that's only a suggestion. That's not speaking for anybody else's tribes, because their tribes handle things the way they do. And I'm the last person, to come here and tell anybody how to handle it. I can only suggest. And, as Chicano people, we have been drugged, we have been erased, we have been G-sided, we have been put in cages like animals, we've been, put through exterminating powders, and
I just really quickly, legal, really quick. I just want to say something because I can't be on the live much longer, and I want to give everybody a chance to talk. I'm just going to say this. It didn't hurt me half as much what she was saying as the fact that my own Chicana sisters didn't have my back. That is something that provoked me into even doing this live. If it was just all of them talking about me, I probably could have just walked away. But when I sat there and my own community did not defend me, have my back, or even say, hey, let her talk or let her come up and defend herself. They all sat there and let that happen. I will never forget that. You showed me who you were, like straight up. And I want to give a Flying Arrow a chance to talk.
Okay.
How you doing, Indigenous Chicana? How you guys doing, everybody on panel? How you guys doing? I love what you're talking about. It is something I have been seeing, Chicana, is the muted voice, when it comes to our ethnicity and our indigenous relatives. And what we push for and what we fight for, because we never burn bridges, we never burn connections. We always had connections, and so I have been seeing that. And it's not every like the group, like everyone as one. It is that certain nation that Native only seen, and then what you're seeing. It's that nation that keeps, I guess, appropriating themselves and then pretty much disrespecting every other nation. and it's wrong. And I come to tell you that we do stand with you guys. The Southwest Native and nations, we do stand with our relatives.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. Because it's not easy. I get like really upset, really emotional, like really hurt, because I literally have dedicated my life to fighting. Like I have made a decision. All my kids are grown. Chicano and I have grown kids. It's just us. And we have decided this is our lifelong, rest of our life journey. This is what we're going to do.